What's up, y'all? Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 Bill. Hello, Lawrence. So what's up, y'all? I wanted to hop on here and talk to y'all about why y'all are failing life because you don't have a blueprint. How are you today, chosen child? A blueprint is very, very important. If you think about it, anytime you go into business, they ask you, like, what is your business plan? They always ask you that. And if you start looking at your life, of course, through like your teenage, your early 20s, you just feeling your way through life. But after you start hitting 27, 28, 29, you kind of know, like, good. You kind of know exactly what you like, or you're feeling your way through what you like, the things that you desire. And a lot of times the reason why you just keep getting any and everything is because you don't have a blueprint. You don't have any type of standard to say, this is what I'm taking and nothing less. You just going with whatever. You ever notice how you get into a relationship and they be like, what you want? Oh, I just want somebody to love me. Or I just want to be with somebody. I want to make someone happy. Hello, I'm okay. I hope you are. Like, it's no real definition to the things that you want and you desire out of life. It's just all of this basic talk. And one of the reasons why we are like that is because we were never taught to feel entitled. We were never taught to be like, you know what, I deserve this. If I desire this, I deserve this. And that's one thing I want you guys to kind of get stuck in your head, that anything that the Most High, the universe, God has told you, like, you deserve this, or has put in your mind for you to desire, you deserve it and you can have it. It's just all about staying steady and just saying, no, I'm not accepting anything less than this. But we were taught to just be like, okay, be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for the things that you are already given. Never mind the things that you want. Just be grateful for what you have. And that's why we have trouble demanding the things that we want, because we were always put in situations where we just had to be okay with what we were given. Like, if you think about it, of course you have some people who they're okay in their house, their 2-bedroom house with their 1 car. They good with that, going to work every day. They don't want nothing more. But that don't make them wrong, and it don't make a person who want to be a multi-billionaire wrong for wanting to be a multi-billionaire. Like, nobody is wrong, but it all depends on what you desire. And if you desire that, you have to make sure that you create a standard in your life. Thank you, Scooter Poo. I'm grateful for the 35 years I've been working in my same job, maintenance manager. That's good. That's good. And see, if you are okay with that, that is great. That is magnificent. But it is some people who will be like, I don't want to do this for the rest of my life. And that's okay too. But a lot of times we were not taught to strive for anything more than what we are being given. And that's why people get in relationships and they're not happy. They're just like, oh, well, he's not cheating, so I should be happy, or she's here, so I should be happy. But they're not giving you the things that you actually need to thrive in life. He's not giving you the things that you actually need to thrive in life, but people will just stay in a situation because, oh, I should just be grateful. No, you should not. Just like I made a post the other day about, if sex is going to be something that is important to you, you have to make sure that you set that as a standard in your relationship. And everybody is like, oh, well, it's more to life than sex. It is. And that shouldn't be your main thing. But if you know that I've been with my wife 28 years, we're like best friends, that's good. That's awesome. What do you think y'all secret is? If you know that sex is going to be something important, it's nothing wrong with you saying sex is something that's important to me. Of course, there's more than life than sex, but if there's something that you desire, that's something you desire. It's like this. Let me tell y'all. If you found your dream home, it's whatever you want. Say you want 2, 3, 4 bedrooms is your dream home. But the only thing is, she just says I'm a little too much romantic. The only thing is, this dream home do not have any bathrooms. And it's a clause that if you buy this house, you cannot add the bathroom on. Nobody would stay in the house because they gonna feel like the bathroom is a necessity to me. I'm not buying no house without no bathroom. Not in 2023. You're gonna be like, no, I'm not doing that. So why would you go into a relationship not getting everything that you desire? At least your top 5 non-negotiables. If you're not gonna get that, what's the point of the relationship? If a bathroom is important to you in the house, you're not going to go into a house that don't have a bathroom. You're not going to buy a house like that. And although the bathroom is not the most important thing in the house, it's still something that you desire, something that you require. So you're not going to choose that house. We have to be the same way with our life. We have to think the same way about our life. Like, if it's not something, if I want it and you don't have it, I have to go elsewhere. I don't care how much I like you. If I know that later on it's going to cause me to resent you, it's best for me to move forward. It's best for me to move on. It's best for me to already have a blueprint and a standard set in my life that I know if this is going to be an issue, then I have to go ahead and move forward. A standard in life is going to lower your chances of getting hurt. Because if you think about it, if a company has a standard because they don't want no lawsuits, anything under that may cause a lawsuit, may cause money to be lost, all of that. If you set a standard in your life, anybody who is not meant to be with you, 9 times out of 10, they are not going to try to come up to that standard. They're going to be like, that's too much, that's too high, you too expensive, you want too much, I can't do that, none of that. So why would you just say, oh, well, I don't need a standard. It is what it is. Just give me what you give me. That's why you keep getting it. Because when you don't have that standard, you're just going to get whatever. If I can tell you like, hey, I'm hungry and I can't tell you what I want and you bring me McDonald's, I can't be mad. I can't be mad because I ain't know what I wanted. So if you go into a relationship and you cannot tell a person what you want, what you desire, if you don't know your standards, if you don't know your 5 non-negotiables, if you don't know where things are ranking in your relationship, if you don't know what type of atmosphere you need to thrive, whatever you get is whatever you get. Like, it is what it is. So that's why it is super important to make sure that you are setting standards for your life. It's super important to make sure that you are building on the things that you really desire, that you are holding out until you get those things. And that goes for man or woman. Like, we all deserve the things that we desire. And there's no need to get with a woman and then feel like, oh, well, she's not up to what I need her to be. You should have told her that in the beginning. And yes, I know things happen in relationships. It's like going in a relationship and somebody is in good health and later on down the road, they're not. You can't fault them for that. But if I come into this relationship and you're not in good health and I know that's going to be an issue, why would I stay? Why would I stay? Why would I put that on me and you? Because later I'm going to resent you and start treating you bad. And you're going to hate me because I could have left in the beginning. What if you tell them and they still give you the goods? You still have to be responsible for yourself. So if you ask a person like, hey, what does sex mean to you? How many times do you like to do it? Or what does this mean to you? What level does this matter in your life? And they're not on the same level as you. It's up to you to be like, we see differently. We should part ways. You have to take accountability for your own life. I don't care what somebody give you. It's like somebody giving you poison. You're not going to drink it. You're going to be like, I don't want that. So if they're not going the same way you want them to go, or you need them to be in order to collide with you, then you have to be man enough to be like, you know what, this not going to work. Before we even get to this point, because you should honor yourself and your body enough to be like, I ain't even finna start that with you because I know we're not going to be able to keep it up. So you have to make sure that you are valuing yourself and the things that you desire as well as the other person. Sometimes it's not all about what they're going to do. It's more about what am I going to do for myself. Because if I say, okay, well, I don't just want to have sex with anybody. We got to have this, and this in common. And then I sleep with somebody who we don't have that in common. Guess who is responsible? The subject is standards and why you need a blueprint for your life. Guess who's just responsible for that? Me. Because if I allow them to give me something, They gonna give it to me. Whatever you accept is what you're gonna receive. So make sure that you are mindful in that. Make sure you are mindful in what you really need in life in order to thrive as your best self. Because you can get in a relationship and thrive, and you can get in a relationship and also fall by the wayside and be messed up, be tore apart because you've connected with someone who don't mean you no good. I'm sorry, I didn't see it. Oh, you being funny. I'm gonna block you when I get off. Don't worry about it. But yeah, but it is very important for you to make sure that you have standards, that you have a blueprint set for what you need to thrive, what you need in order to build a long-term relationship. Like I said, what my girl left me for. I'm blocking all y'all. I really don't do the nonsense in the comments, the disrespectful comments. I don't do none of that. Yes, I talk about sex, but I'm a very respectable young lady, and you will respect me on my live. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to go back and forth. I don't do none of that because I'm a woman. Respect me as such. Hello, Pitmaster. But yes, please make sure that you know what you desire in life, what you need to thrive, and that you have that blueprint. If you getting 30, 35 and you still on lies talking about what that mouth do, you need to reevaluate your life, because you shouldn't even be talking to women like that. So make sure that you know what you need to thrive. Make sure that you have your blueprint set. Make sure can't nobody just give you anything. No decision is also a decision. So if you don't make a decision about the things that you desire and that you need in life, whatever you get is whatever you get. And that's why your relationships is going to keep failing. If you don't have standards in your life, that's why you're going to keep wondering why, oh my God, why can't I get here? Why can't I do that? Because you're just doing anything. You don't have any type of plan at all. It's just, I'm just doing anything. Eventually, you have to get to a point where it's like, okay, if I do this, this, and this, I can get here. If I do this, this, and this, I can get here. If I start setting a standard here that's like, oh no, you can't come to my house until we had 8 dates, or you can't come to my house and meet my kids until we've been talking for 6 months, you're going to start weeding out the people who are not for you, because they're not going to want to wait around that long. If you start saying you can't gain access to my body until I know you as a person and we have emotional connection, the people who don't mean you no good, they're going to fall by the wayside because they're not waiting that long. Now, it's always an apple in the bunch that'll be like, no, I'll wait it out, and then do you wrong. But that's when your discernment come in. That's when you pay attention to your energy, your intuition, and all of that. You have to make sure that you are centered in yourself and know what you desire. Okay? If you don't know how to build your standards, if you don't know how to create the blueprint for life, for friendships, for romantic relationships, please make sure that you join my Patreon. We are going over all of that. I just uploaded a video on how to make sure that you have a blueprint, how to make sure that your life is going the way you want it to go, because as we get older, time starts to drift away. And we want the things that we desire, but the only way to get those things is if we create a plan to get there. The only way to have the relationship that you actually desire is if you create a plan to have it. If you can say, okay, I'm going into this and I want this, this, and this. If you can't give me that, I'm sorry. I love that. I like you, but we can't do this. It's going well. Thank you. Thank you, Twix Mitchell. I think I seen that too. What's the difference between a relationship and a commitment? So, to me, a commitment is we have chosen to focus on each other. The relationship thing, I really don't. It's like either we get married or we not. I don't do the whole girlfriend and all of that. And I know people do. But is we gonna get married? We either gonna date or we gonna get married. So the commitment is I see myself being with you for the rest of my life. And we gonna go ahead and take this thing further. That's what a commitment is to me. A relationship is anything, because you can have a friendship that's a relationship, a job that's a relationship. A relationship is just two mutual people deciding that we're going to be in basically communion with each other. Do you have another platform? I am on Patreon. I upload my lives on YouTube, so you can go to YouTube. It is a bunch of lives that I have uploaded on there. Subscribe me back. Okay, I got you. That's great to hear. What's the difference? Okay. Also, I have courses. You can go to my website. I book one-on-ones. I should not tell a man what. See, that's the thing. Y'all want people to do what y'all want them to do. Whatever you don't see fit in your life, that is okay. But what I see fit in my life is also okay. So you can't say, oh, well, you shouldn't tell a man that. Maybe the man that I want is going to be a man that wants to hear that wants to hear, oh, she knows what she wants. It may be other men who don't want to hear that be like, oh, no, I don't want to deal with that. I didn't say I was going to tell them that on the first date, but I know what I want out of life. That's something that you have to get used to. If that's not something you want to hear, don't date a girl that's going to say that. It's different strokes for different folks. Thank you. So make sure y'all know that, like, your way is not the all. I'm not saying my way is the all and be all. What I'm saying is establish a life for yourself. And that's why I be talking about relationship goals and all of that. You cannot look at somebody else's life, relationship, anything, and say, okay, this is how I want mine to be, because how they got there may not line up for you. So if you want to be with someone, you have to start a relationship. I don't want to be with no one that I'm not going to be in a relationship, like in communion with, or gonna plan on getting married. Like, I'm too old to be playing house with people. I'm too old to just be seeing where things going. I have a career, I have businesses, I have all of that. I can't just play around with, oh, we just gonna see where this go. No, that's what a relationship is. We just gonna see where this go. No, I need a plan. I need you to have a plan and know what you want, because I know what I want. So if you DM me, I'll do a live with you though. It depends on what you want to talk about though. But yeah, please make sure that you guys know how to set a standard, that you know what you desire, not what somebody told you was right, not what somebody told you was wrong. What do you desire in your life? What can you take? What can you give a woman? What can you give a man? What do you need in return? Do you need safety? Do you need provision? What do you need? What can you give? Where's your mental health? Where's your spiritual health? You need to know all of these things about yourself so that you can be able to know what you're going to need from someone else. Okay? So I hope you guys have a great day. Like I said, all of my lives are on YouTube. If you want to work with me one-on-one, you can book a one-on-one session. You can go to my Patreon and join my Patreon, where I am talking about standards, confidence, sex, creating healthy relationships, sexual fulfillment. We talk about all of that over there. Go ahead and join so that you can create the life that you desire. All right? Y'all have a great one.